It's okay, Emmy.
Okay. Oh, great. Audacity's not working.
Yay!
The audacity.
Right.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our episode 1 of our new podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're Panic. That's us.
You mean the queer
I mean,
chaos?
oh God, queer chaos. That's us. I panic, so that's what I'm doing currently. So yes. As you can see, we have a cute little setup going on here. Cute little
If you
setup.
are watching from YouTube, we
If
will
you're
have it
watching
pinned
from
to
YouTube. But if you're on what did we say, Spotify or Apple?
or any other podcasting service.
Then you can check out our YouTube to see the visuals, but welcome anyway. My name is Emmy, and I am your local cringe VTuber here to save the day, and I'm here with my friend Gothic.
Or Aaron. Aaron is my real name.
And today we're going to talk about an amazing topic. I think it's an amazing topic. But we will always just talk about, random things, relevant things.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just depends. We're just a social. We're a social podcast. That's what we are.
A social podcast?
We are a social podcast. I don't know what that means because I don't know how to be social, but that's what we are.
Oh, okay, cool. Got it. We were talking about can you be dumb and smart at the same time today, as well as whatever else comes into our minds.
So can we be dumb and smart? I think I said dumb and stupid earlier.
Yeah,
Uh,
you did.
so what do you think? Do you think you can be both dumb and stupid at the same, I mean, dumb
Oh
and
yeah.
smart at the same time?
Oh yeah. I mean, we are living proof of that. Have you seen us?
You're right.
I
You're
mean,
right, you're
I
right.
remember playing Escape Simulator with you, and huh, we did a lot of stupid things, but at the same time, we got through it.
Because I think
Sometimes.
this the best form of intelligence is idiocy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a yes, you know. Um but what is the difference between smart and
And dumb.
and 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 intelligent or dumb? Yeah, what is the what sorry, yes. What's the difference between smart and intelligence?
I think they mean the same thing,
I mean,
Emmy.
dumb and intelligent. What do you think
Is your brain having a short wire?
it is? So like this is why we need to talk about this today because I'm the living embodiment of dumb and stupid and smart, with a pinch of
So,
smart.
yeah, if we were to look at more scientific terms on how dumb and smart are defined, it gets a little complex in the sense of there's a lot of elements that go into these things. Because, like, we'll label animals as dumb, but then, like, we'll label them as smart too, but, like, why are they dumb? Why are they smart? You know?
Right. So are they smart because they're we think that they have feeling like us, or are they?
That's one of the components I find a lot of people will equate into that kind of stuff. But more in scientific terms is they consider an animal smart the more wrinkles it has in its brains.
Oh, what?
Did you not know that?
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know the
The
wrinkles mattered.
Yes, if you have more wrinkles, you have more like capacity to hold information and like there's more neuron pathways for your brain to go whoosh. So that's why
Oh.
like which is something that's gonna come up later in the podcast, but koalas are dumb pieces of shit. Their
Oh.
brains are smooth. They're the dumbest animal out there, I swear to
So,
God.
so what about like sloths? Are they dumb or are they just really slow?
Um, I don't think they're dumb. They're definitely smarter than koalas.
So, if a person is intellectually not smart. Does that mean their brain is a little less wrinkly? Is that possible?
Oh no, I think maybe. I'm not sure. I think humans' brains are probably the same amount. Like we all have the same amount of wrinkle, but the way you process information and like consume information and how you grew up and were taught, probably what's the word I'm looking for? Oh god, I don't know the word, Emmy. It helps. It's what makes you. Emmy, what's the word?
Uh, uh,
It shapes who you are and how you like how per se smart you are in the future.
oh.
I guess.
So is this like one of those conversations like nature versus nurture kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, how intelligent you are will come into play with that kind of stuff because like someone could be really smart, but let's say they grew up really like in a really bad environment, then their brains could not have the capacity to process the information as well as they should be. So yeah, there's a lot of components that go into it.
Hmm. So, do you think, okay, so let's say that you're normal functioning, you're a normal person. Do you think people choose to be ignorant or dumb or smart, or do they not
Oh
have?
yeah.
You think they do? Okay. Like I
Yeah, because
agree. I agree.
take me for example. I could be super smart if I really wanted to. Like in school, putting out my bare minimum effort, I got C's and B's. And if
Oh,
I actually
me.
tried, I would have gotten straight A's.
Oh, I agree. Me. I was the
But
same way.
I didn't want to try. I didn't care about some of the subjects, and I had really bad depression, so I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah, I agree. I was the same way. And I think a lot of people are kind of similar in that way. Like I think they choose. They would rather not put in the effort, you
Yeah.
know.
Eh, how are you crouching?
Oh, huh?
How are you crouching in the game?
How am I crouching? I pressed left control. I got a little bit concerned there for a second because Rat just commented and it popped up on my stream and I thought I was streaming.
Oh, I mean, that would have been bad.
I was like, what the hell? I don't know why. I guess they're on my chat. I don't know why,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm not streaming. It doesn't say I'm live. That scared me.
Okay.
But that scared me. See, there's an example of being dumb and smart and stupid.
Yeah. What were we saying before I said that?
We don't try hard in school. You don't have to try
Oh, yeah.
hard. You don't want
And,
to.
like, you'd be super. Like, you can have a lot of knowledge on one subject, but know nothing about another one. And I do think there's people out there who generally do not care about, like, improving themselves and not being ignorant. Ooh, the word you said?
Ignorant?
Yeah. So like it's a very complex thing where it depends on the environment and the person themselves. And mental health. Mental
Mental
health definitely
health,
comes
yeah.
to play into it.
That's something I've always liked. I've always been interested in mental health and how it makes people behave. So do you have I think you have more examples than I do of somebody being smart and dumb and stupid yeah, smart and
So one of the examples, I was watching YouTube the other day, specifically Markiplier, and they were playing Minecraft Dungeons. And while they were playing it, I continued to watch Mark trash these high leveled items, complain about not getting more high leveled items, but trash the ones he did get. But at the same time, he got the most damage, like he made the most damage on the enemies than everyone else, but he was more low leveled than them. And I was just like, you're being dumb because you're trashing these good items that would increase your possibility of getting better items but at the same time, you're doing more damage than your teammates. So like, I don't know. He was being dumb, but he had the intelligence to know how to use the items,
I
the low level
noticed,
items, in order to do better.
yeah, I noticed people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, they're very intelligent people, but also they make very stupid decisions.
Yeah, just a bit.
And I think the more intelligent you are, I think the more prone you are to making silly, stupid decisions like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I've noticed that a lot of smart people do that. There's a piece of dirt on this bumper that is getting on my nerves.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
It says to tab to show dirt, and it's not dirt. There's no dirt. Anyway, that's gonna confuse
But
people.
yeah, yeah. If you ever watch uh these people play, you'll notice that kind of stuff. Like they're just like they're very intelligent and they're very like kind and like oh god, they're amazing people. But like at the same time, they miss like the most obvious things and everything, and nothing on them. Like I do the same thing. I do the same thing actually. I miss the most obvious things when I'm streaming or recording a
Oh
game.
yeah, big time. And you
You just
know, that's something I think need to take into consideration that when you're recording it's like you're in this phase, like this headspace that's is kind of hard to make actual decisions, you know?
yeah. No, yeah, it's definitely like I feel like a lot of people don't understand that when they're watching people play games or stream is they're like, "Oh my God, how could you have missed that?" Like it's like you're focusing your mind on two different things. You're multitasking three different things actually if you consider putting commentary and thinking over it.
Yeah,
And
it's hard, you know. I that's something I think a lot of people say streamers are stupid, but I don't think so. I think it takes a lot of concentration and effort to try to be in the headspace to be able to correctly perform, you know?
yeah, no, I agree. A lot of people take they assume that these streamers, bigger streamers especially, have it really easy and everything, which I'm sure they have it a lot easier than smaller streamers do. But at the same time, it's still a lot to have like so many people watching you and like judge like having that judging feeling, which I know a lot of people struggle with that kind of things because there's a lot of people I know who struggle with hate and everything, but I'm here. I don't really. I just delete comments. I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't care. But people don't take in consideration the immense pressure bigger streamers and just smaller streamers experience,
Oh yeah, I
or
was actually just listening
or the
to
content creators.
yeah,
Sorry.
just content creators in general. Because it all goes into the same kind of thing. I was listening to um big streamer. He's a partner. He's talking about how he struggles sometimes because when you're a bigger streamer, you can't really go on vacations,
Yeah,
and it's stressful to constantly act a certain way. And I guess in this way it would be like he tries to make an impression on his viewers all of the
and
time.
I can understand doing that, but I feel like if you're gonna stream or content create, don't make a fake persona. Be
Yes.
who you are. And if someone doesn't like it, who the fuck cares? They don't like that one person or one few people who don't like you is not gonna be like gonna ruin your career or anything. It's just
Right.
a couple people, and there's always gonna be someone out there who doesn't like you, because that's just how life works. You're
It
always gonna
is.
have people like
And
that.
I think that's what people should probably try to always remember when they're when they're streaming that you're not dumb. Don't listen to what people say. You're not dumb.
Oh,
It's a intense. It's a harder job than people think.
yeah, it is a very life in general is it's very hard to go through life and um it's complicated.
Very complicated.
Also, Emmy, the dirt's on the front bumper, not the back one.
I am going to go jump off a cliff.
And that's like I wish people understood that just because you experience something it's that was easy for you doesn't mean someone else's experiences are going to be the same. So like whenever I'm like watching some random YouTube video or like Facebook video and there's people in the comments shitting on the person, it's like you don't know how that person got there. You don't know how their life is. You don't know how their brain experiences things. It's complex and you can't compare how you reacted to how they react because
Mm-hmm.
it's more than that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. Um, so going back to some of the topic at hand, is there any other examples that you have of somebody or something being both smart and sorry, dumb?
Um, I think there's a very pretty obvious example.
Yes.
Cats.
Cats. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yes. Yeah, cats. Okay, cats I think are so cool because they like physics and they try to understand physics, but they also are very dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I have so my tiny floof, Astral, she is a very intelligent cat. She she is generally an intelligent cat, despite that she reminds me of my old cat Daphne, who was the dumbest piece of shit on that planet.
Oh no.
But like she's intelligent, but at the same time she does some dumb things. Like I think she has ADHD actually. She's so absent-minded and like oh my god, I love her to death. But
Okay.
like cats are really good examples. Dogs, I think animals in general are a very good example for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am not a cat owner. I'm a predominantly a dog owner. But yeah, my dogs are kind of very similar where they are like there's sometimes where I'm like, how are you so intelligent? And then most of the time it's like, why are you being so dumb?
Actually, like dogs are intelligent. They're super intelligent, but they have too much of a dependency on humans.
Yeah.
So they're counterparts. So the wolves are independent. They know how to figure things out, and like dogs have the capability to do that, but they rely too much on humans for that kind of things. So it sucks because dogs could be super intelligent, but they're so codependent on us because we made them that way.
That
And of
is
course,
kind of sad.
yeah, and it's not like all dogs are like that. It just a lot of dogs, that's what is in their DNA now because we bred them to basically just be our servants. And that's I feel like that's why a lot of people don't like cats because cats won't do that kind of stuff.
That is something
Cats,
that I notice people argue about cats that they think that they're snobby or something, but
yeah,
they're not. I don't think they're snobby.
no. Some cats can be for sure, but some dogs can be as well. Like cats just have a different language, and a lot of people are used to dog language, and they don't want to take the time to learn it. But I feel like a lot of people would like cats because they're independent. You don't have to take them
Mm-hmm.
out on walks. Like, they're very independent. You just feed them, clean a litter box, and that's that. Of
Yeah,
course, you should give them attention and love. Like, yeah, but
that's
they're
something I
wonderful pets.
love about cats because you know, like I do Rover and I have the option to take care of cats because I know how to, you know, and like you said, cats are independent, so it's not like it's that hard to
Yeah,
make sure they're fed and stuff. But for the most part, I've only had one request for a cat because dogs are just so much more like they literally cannot function on their own.
yeah, they can't function on their own. Most of them can't. Some of them can. There are dogs out there who can function on their own. but I find that most dogs cannot function without someone else. Cats, on the other hand, though, they're like, yeah, I'm good.
They're like, just give me some food. I don't really care. But
Although there are some cats out there that aren't like that. I can take an example.
oh
My
yeah.
other cat, Yakko, he has extreme anxiety and separation anxiety.
Oh my god, me.
And so I hate leaving him alone. And if I'm gonna leave him for a while, I'd rather have someone watching him and being there with him. Because that's all he wants. He wants someone there with him.
Yeah, that's what the person I took care of their cat. It was a very similar situation that the cat had like anxiety and needed to be around people.
Yeah.
Very chill cat.
Yeah, there's some amount of cat. Can I ask, was it a male cat or a female?
I believe it was a female.
Really? I'm surprised. I find most female cats are sassy little things and like don't care. And
I've
male cats
noticed. Yeah.
and we have two male cats and both of them are chill with anxiety, who get scared of everything, and then we have one female, Astral, who does not give a shit about anything. And she's younger than both of them, but she rules the household already. So, yeah, cats are nice to have if you don't want a high maintenance animal.
I agree.
Also, there's self-cleaning litter boxes out there now, so you don't even have to worry about that and like self-feeding food thingies.
So, why,
So
in your
like,
opinion, why do you think that people say that cats are stupid?
I think it's just society's output on things. Like society doesn't like cats in general, and a lot of people don't like cats just because it's a control issue. People are used to having dogs that will listen to literally everything they say, and cats don't do that stuff. I mean, you can train a cat. You just have to do it younger, and they take more time to do that kind of stuff. But I think people just don't like that cats are independent and they can't control everything the cat does.
That's a very good perspective that I didn't think about, and I
And
agree.
yeah, and also just people don't understand cat language, so they assume when a cat is doing this, it means they hate you, but it's like, nope, they actually like you if they're doing this.
So you talk
Like,
about like when they bap you, like in the head.
yeah, some cats do that because they're trying to play with you or something.
I love it.
And cats also have boundaries, and if you cross those boundaries, you're gonna get fucked up because they have boundaries. Dogs don't. Well, some dogs do. A lot of dogs do, but their boundaries are a lot less than cats. And a lot of people don't like that because people are used to. A lot of people grew up in abusive households where boundaries wasn't a thing. So they're used to that, and so then their personality changes into more, well, I don't like people with boundaries. I just want to do what I want to do.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
and maybe that's like a negative take, but like that's not me saying that everyone's like that. I don't think necessarily that's a negative thing. It's just how you grew up and something that people need to work through.
Oh no, I
Like,
think I think so. I was actually just talking to this to one of my friends the other day that I noticed that a lot of people like on TikTok and stuff, they love to kiss their dogs and hug their dogs and dogs absolutely hate that, but they just kind of deal with it.
yeah, they do it anyways.
And yeah, I think
But cats won't allow that.
oh
Like if
yeah.
I do, like I purposely irritate my cats for the pure fact because they do it in the morning. So I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna irritate me, I'm gonna irritate you. So like I'll shove my head into their stomach and they'll just attack my head. But I don't care like that. I find that fun and I actually do think they like that as well. And no one come at me because I don't hurt my cats when I'm doing that. It's just something to do and they like if they really didn't want it, they would have hissed at me or something, but instead they just attacked my head.
I think some people do take it a bit too far when they say that you're abusing an animal if you're playing with them like that. Like
Yeah.
I don't agree. I think, because that's how they play. If let's pretend they were still in the wild and not domesticated. That's kind of
Hmm.
how they play with each other.
Yeah, that's how they play with each other and I'm not biting them or anything. I'm just putting my head in their stomach and then they attack my head.
I
And
bet
then
it's so floofy.
it is. Plus my cats, especially Astral likes playing rough. I will run around the apartment and she will chase me and then I'll chase her and like she just likes it. She likes being rough. She's a trooper. She's a small little she's one of those typical people who are like small people are the angriest people out there. I'm like, yeah, she's a sassy little thing.
I love it.
She's also a drama queen, so like anything she does is she makes drama out of it.
I mean, honestly, that's a vibe.
Good, 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 good. Because she will do that. She hisses at us when we try to clip her nails, but like afterwards she's all fine and dandy. She just likes making drama and being sassy.
I love it. I love how cats have. I mean, dogs have unique personalities too, but cats is it's so like expressive. I feel.
Yeah, they are a lot more expressive and like I feel like the internet has done this thing where they basically frame cats as with one personality, when in reality cats don't have so many personalities just like any other animal. Like just because you've only met one cat in your life does not mean that's how all cats react.
Yeah, I don't know why people come to that conclusion. They're like most people that I know that are like dog only people are like I only like dogs because cats are evil because one time I had a cat. It was mean.
Yeah, that's a thing I notice too. Whenever I ask people why they don't like cats, they're like, "Well, this one time a cat attacked me because I crossed her boundaries." I'm like, "No wonder they attacked you." But if you ever told them that you didn't like dogs, they would freak the shit out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, big
And
time.
don't get me wrong. There's probably some cat people out there who will like freak the shit out if you say you don't like cats. But I find that there's a lot more dog people like that who will just completely shit on cats and say, "Oh, cats should all die" and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't agree. I used to be that kind of person that was like I didn't understand that cat like when I was younger. I used to think that cats were mean because I had a couple cats and they were very unruly cats, but
Mhm.
they just had severe attitude problem and also because I was a child, I tried to play with them
Yeah.
and they didn't like that, which I
Yeah,
respect.
they have boundaries.
But as a child, I didn't understand that and I just thought
Yeah.
all cats hated me.
Yeah. And then that makes sense. Like cats have boundaries. Also, it depends on where the cat's growing up, just like dogs. Like the cat's in a unhealthy environment, it's not going to be a happy cat.
All
It's going
right.
to have problems, just like a dog would. So like, yeah, I feel like people should not judge experience on one time they met a cat that attacked them. But I will never say that they have to change because I understand trauma and you can't control like if you're scared of cats because you were severely hurt by one and you ended up in the hospital. I will never say, "Oh, well, you're just a shitty person," because trauma takes time to get over.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's
And I'm
people with
not
that get attacked by dogs that are very similar in that
yeah,
way.
and that's completely fair. Like you got attacked and you had a life or death experience, near death experience, and that totally makes sense. Just like how like anyone else who would have had a near death experience would react. It just depends on how you go through um going through the what's the word I'm looking for? Process it. Like you shouldn't let these experiences overpower and overshadow your life because like you could find that you really like cats afterwards or dogs or whatever it is. But again,
Absolutely.
yeah, but like you don't deserve to be shamed because you don't like a dog or cat because you had near death experience
Hmm.
or something like that. It just don't shit on them. That's the only thing is if you don't like cats or dogs, don't like go up to someone and tell them that they wish all that animal was dead or like you were gonna hurt them or something. You just say, "Oh yeah, I'm not really into cats or not really into dogs." Like there's no reason to like completely shit on an animal because you don't like them.
Right. And I think that that kind of goes that all of this kind of loops into the whole conversation of like what makes somebody dumb or stupid. I think ignorance can make people easily dumb. And
Oh
that's
yeah,
like one of those things.
ignorance is And that's partly because of education reasons.
Right, yeah.
Like, our education, especially in the South,
Oh God,
is
yeah.
not good. Education, if it's low, it breeds that kind of ignorance because people don't understand and aren't taught how these, like, yeah, it just, if you're not taught about it and not taught to be, like, a nice person or anything, that's how it happens.
Oh yeah, big
Children
time.
are absorbing everything around them constantly.
Big time. I notice a lot of people in this area suffer with that because when I went to school, like science class was basically let's watch Bill Nye the Science Guy and that's it.
Yeah, that was not mine. I mean, we
So,
watched Bill Nye, but like we did more than that.
yeah, I like my area bare minimum education. So you get a lot of ignorance around this area.
No, I know. Like I was going down south for a year to live with my sister for a year, and when we were down there, I had to finish up high school, and up here in the Midwest, I had so many classes had to finish, but in the South, I literally could have graduated right then and there because they require the bare minimum
Yeah.
of classes. They don't require like anything. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, they require like nothing at all basically. Basically just be there one time and you can pass.
Yeah,
Which it's
basically.
kind of sad because I feel like we could have more intelligent people out here, but we don't
Mhm.
because, or not that they
Uh,
aren't intelligent because I think anybody has the capability to be
oh yeah,
intelligent.
yeah. Everyone, I even think people with intellectual disabilities can be intelligent because it's just learning styles. Like these people can still like absorb information and learn. It's just how you teach it and how you display this information to someone. And everyone's so used to saying the same thing over and over and teaching the same way over and over. It's like
Hmm.
that's you have kids struggling because you're doing the same thing over and over instead of doing different learning styles to see what works best for each student.
Kind of like
Because
I don't know how that's not a concept that isn't utilized more.
it's easier to teach one way than do multiple ways, and also our teachers are severely underpaid.
Oh, that, yeah.
So like, yeah. But like, yeah, a lot of people think you can teach one way and then everyone will understand it. In reality, that's not how that works. And that's due to how we teach things. Some people could be very intelligent, like you said, but they weren't taught the correct way, or they weren't given the attention they need for that to be given.
Which is kind of sad because,
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's what happens in our world.
So, to take a curveball, I'm really curious. I kept thinking about it while we were talking about this. This is not that unrelated, but the koala thing that has been on
Yeah,
my mind. Can you
yeah.
can you explain to me why they're why they're stupid?
So other than their brains being smooth as fuck, when they are born, the babies eat their mom's shit,
Oh,
and then when they go on solid foods, you know the food they eat, you see them eating all the time. That is not food that's actually good for them. It doesn't give them any nutritional value. It just makes them have diarrhea.
oh, me when I eat McDonald's.
But they continue to eat this food that does not give them any value in their life and actually probably shortens their lifespan because they won't eat, like they don't have the intelligence to know that they should be eating something else. So, in order for the babies to even go on this diet is that's why they eat their mom's poop is because it's getting their bodies ready to eat this food that isn't meant for their bodies.
What?
Yes, so that's why koalas are super dumb and I hate them.
I didn't know they just straight up ate shit.
Yep. That's how they do the thing. Because they're not supposed to be eating these leaves or whatever, but they continue to eat it while getting diarrhea from it.
So how do they survive?
Well, they live. I forget how long they live for, but I mean they live for a little bit, but then their body aren't isn't getting what it needs. I remember researching this stuff up and being like, what the fuck's wrong with koalas?
Like literally though. That
And you
is
can't get them to
crazy.
eat anything else. They will only eat that. Because I'm pretty sure scientists have tried to get them to eat better food for them, but they won't. They're just like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
My God. So even in captivity, they still choose to eat.
Yeah, they won't eat the other stuff. They won't eat anything else that the people give
Oh
to
my
them.
God, they'd rather starve than eat their Taco Bell.
I think it gives them just enough nutritional value to survive, but it's not good for them because I mean, if you're eating something that is giving you diarrhea, then probably not good for you in large amounts at least.
I I can't. I
But if
didn't
you want to
know.
hear about a really smart animal,
Yes.
dolphins are super smart.
Oh my God, yeah.
They have more wrinkles than us. So they're more intelligent. They have more intelligent capabilities than us. They just don't have thumbs.
Oh my God, is that why I heard that they have sex for pleasure like we do.
They do, and they've had dolphins have had relationships with humans. And now I'm not condoning that because that's just like how do you get consent from a dolphin?
Right.
But that has happened,
That's crazy.
and dolphins will get high.
What? On what?
Pufferfish. They purposely mess with the pufferfish, so they get the poison that comes out makes the dolphins high.
Oh
They
my God.
they
That is so
also
funny.
apparently have eaten dogs before.
Oh,
They'll lure dogs into the ocean and eat them.
what the hell? And people are
Dolphins,
scared of sharks?
right? Sharks are not. Sharks are just babies. There's no babies.
They're babies
But
that will
yeah,
eat your
like,
face.
nah, sharks won't eat you unless they absolutely need to. They actually don't like humans, so they don't want to be near us anyways.
I don't blame them.
The thing you don't want to be around is dolphins, apparently. Unless you
I
want a relationship with a dolphin, I guess.
yeah. It was like, hey, little mama, what's up?
But yeah, dolphins are super smart, and I think they're probably smarter than us, considering they have more wrinkles than us. If they had the capabilities to have thumbs, maybe they would take over the world.
Well, that's actually kind of a scary thought.
I mean, maybe they do better than us.
You know what? No, you're right, because yeah, yeah, with
If
it
the
just
human population all died tomorrow, I'd be fine with that.
I agree. I
Cause yeah,
agree. But yeah, so that's interesting. I didn't know anything about koalas eating their own poo. I didn't know, or eating their mom's poo.
yeah, it's crazy. They're crazy dumb. I don't know how they're not extinct yet.
Honestly, truly. I heard the
Like,
same thing about pandas. I heard pandas are pretty stupid.
I haven't done much research into that because it hasn't been a well thing I've wanted to do, but I mean, koalas are in the same family.
Oh, are they?
Koalas and pandas, right? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, because I might be wrong.
I've always heard, I don't know if that's just people talking, but I've always heard that pandas are kind of dumb too because they like fall out of the bamboo trees or something and then injure themselves or die because they like roll off the cliffs and stuff. I don't know
That
how
just
true
sounds
that is.
clumsy.
I don't know how
Like,
true that is.
yeah, that just sounds clumsy, not dumb. Like, what?
I'm pretty
I
clumsy.
mean, am I gonna be called dumb because I accidentally trip sometimes and I can't walk in a straight line?
That is something that I think people definitely confuse like terms. I think people don't understand what the difference between idiots, clumsy,
I
you
mean,
know,
yeah, people confuse all types of terms, like, and a lot of our society is built on like what teenagers are doing. And don't get me wrong, I was a teenager, but I did some pretty dumb shit when I was a teenager and thought some pretty dumb shit when I was a teenager.
oh same.
And
I,
it's still going on.
I was gonna say I just now like the other day was thinking about how dumb decisions I was making as a teen, and then I'm like,
That's
but
all teenagers.
you said what?
That's all
All
teenagers.
teenagers make, yeah, they do. I mean, that's part of the growing experience, you know?
Hmm.
You gotta
Which
kind
is
of learn.
why I hate whenever any generation's like, oh my god, this generation is blah blah blah. It's like you're judging them while they're in their teenage years.
Yeah,
When they're going through puberty, you dumbass.
like grandpa, what were you doing when you were their age? Or grandma,
Partying?
grand person.
Yeah, I'm like it's every generation they say like shitty things about. It's like you guys are, you know, that's just you realize every generation does this stuff.
Like literally every, and I'm starting to notice that now. I don't know if I qualify as millennial or Gen Z. I get conflicted answers on that from people,
I think
but I think I'm noticing that with my generation. Either millennial, if I'm a millennial, I've noticed that they're starting to do that. But they're like Gen Z is so stupid, and I'm like, come
pretty
on now.
I think I'm pretty sure I'm Gen Z, but I can't remember.
I think you do qualify as Gen Z. I think.
Yeah, I'm just in the top, like the oldest of the Gen Z.
Right.
But I'm like, okay, guys, every generation is stupid. Every generation does stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
You can't base your knowledge based on you can't generalize. Just don't generalize the whole group because of a few people in that generation or whatever.
I don't
Because
even know
like
why you do
you'll
that.
yeah, I know. Like you'll hear older people like boomers say, "Oh, this generation's so stupid and blah blah blah," and like sitting there like you literally did the same shit,
You
Grandpa,
did the same shit. I know that drives me
or you did
crazy.
worse.
Arguably did worse. I think we're doing better as a society. So like, I mean, it's still bad,
I mean,
but
yeah, this is still bad around here, but we're doing a little better.
if you compare it to like their generation, like boomers,
Yeah.
holy shit. Holy
Mm,
shit.
yeah.
Like at least my brother can get married now. Maybe, I don't know. We're kind of going through it right now, but at least.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom's got married last year, and it's actually October is going to be their first year
Oh my
anniversary.
god, congratulations to them.
I'll tell them that you said that.
And how what a coincidence that I do think, oh no, maybe they got married in June. I can't remember if they got married in June or if they got married in October. I feel like it was October. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
I'm a bad person. I don't remember birthdays. I mean, weddings.
You're all good. You're all good.
Oh my god. But I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I was at two weddings last year. One of the weddings I wish I never went to anymore, but that's just how life is.
You know, had a falling out or something. I mean, you don't gotta
No,
tell me. That's kind of private
it was
information.
my I went to my ex's mom's wedding and had a panic attack because we were in Maine and I knew no one. And then my ex left me alone and then supposedly their mom doesn't like me anymore because I had an anxiety attack. Panic and anxiety attack, also a sensory attack because there was too many noises going on. But I think he was just telling me that to make me mad. Because she was a wonderful woman, and I don't think she would have ever. She didn't seem like the kind of person to be not like me because I had a panic attack.
So you think he just caused drama?
Lied to me, or made. Yeah, he's a pathological liar, and like he's not a great person.
I hate how I've noticed a lot of people have very similar experiences with dating, and I just want to sit here and apologize to everybody that's had bad experiences with people before.
Yeah, it's okay, Emmy. I'm good now. I'm
Good.
fine.
Good, 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 good. That's what matters. So he qualifies as somebody that's stupid. So
Yeah, he was stupid and smart at the same time, but oh god, there were so many things that he did so stupidly, but then there was things that he did under the radar, so like he was being smart at that time, but oh my god, the dude, man, I don't know what was going through his brain half the time.
sounds like pathological lying to me.
Yeah, I also think he probably has borderline or narcissism or both, and they're untreated, and he has a big ego, so he probably doesn't want to get them fixed.
Well,
But like, if those things weren't a problem, he would be a good person. But unfortunately, those things are a problem, and he kind of just emotionally abuses people throughout his life and lies to them and like everything like that. I don't know. It
see,
was comp.
I think that's when to me you qualify as like purposefully ignorant or stupid when you've got a problem and like people around you are having issues and you just don't want to help yourself.
Oh, he had a god complex.
Oh god. Oh my god. I dated someone like that too.
So he definitely like he knew what he was doing, but his ego got in the way too much for him to want to actually change. Cuz like if he actually changed, he probably would have been a really good person. But he I don't think he has the capabilities to do that at all.
Oh yeah,
And
probably not.
maybe
Yeah.
and maybe he will, but I generally don't believe that based on my experience on dating him for almost 2 years.
Oh wow. You put up with something like that much longer than I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And then, but I will say he pissed me. Like I put it up with it until he went past my breaking point, and then I was pissed off and I didn't give a shit anymore. I was like, you know what? I hate you. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Because the man cheated on me and almost got us evicted because he lied to me about paying rent and a whole bunch of spew of lies, basically.
I don't understand why people cheat and then lie like you don't like you wouldn't be able to know that you're lying. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't. Some people might like doing that kind of stuff, and there's probably some people who just have trauma and like haven't worked through it yet, and like I don't know. But he definitely has a cycle because he did the same thing to me as he did with his previous ex, just a little bit less intense, because I think he knew that if he had done it the same thing he did to her, I would have been like, "Oh, yeah, we're you are not okay." But yeah, he was someone who I wish I never met in my life, but it happened and there's no going back.
But there's always good taken out from it. It's like maybe you grew from the situation. Like maybe
I
it
mean, yeah, but
benefited.
yes, I did definitely grow from the situation, but that I don't feel like people don't shouldn't have to go through these types of trauma related situations in order to grow.
I mean, I agree. If it can be avoided, I would rather that not be a thing.
Yeah,
So
because well, at least I know for next time.
it is true. You definitely will see the signs early and you'll immediately jump ship. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
People do tend to
See,
get
like,
what?
see, my ex was very sneaky in the way he was emotionally abusive. because he like when you're on the internet and you're reading about it, they like say they'll do this, they'll call you names, they'll do this. He knew how to go under the radar so they weren't as noticeable.
Oh yeah, that's something people I don't think people understand is that people when they know how to be manipulative, they're manipulative. Like
Hmm.
they try to hide their behavior as much as possible.
Yeah, except for around people who know what they're doing. Because yeah, but yeah, he knew how to like go under the radar of I'm not being emotionally abusive, but I am.
Honestly, those kind of people scare me. And maybe those people are the most intelligent kinds of people because they know how to like
Um, yes and no, I
yes and no.
guess. I don't know. I think like they are intelligent in the ways of how to like manipulate people and do this stuff without getting caught. But in a lot of other ways, you'll find that these people don't have intelligent capabilities for like their own emotions and like other stuff. So they could know how to do all this stuff and be emotionally abusive without getting caught physically, but not know how to like handle themselves.
Right. So then that yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't make you really necessarily an intelligent person.
Just intelligent in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which again, these types of people are most of the time that kind of like response to situations and everything is because of the way they grew up. Now there
Right.
are generally people out there who just want to cause chaos and hurt people, and it's not because how they grew up. But there's a lot of people out there who just have undiagnosed mental health problems and are taking it out on other people because they don't know how to handle it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's something that's why I was very interested in psychology because I like
Oh god,
to try to understand.
I love psychology.
Yeah, psychology's it very interesting to me. Very fascinating people's behaviors and stuff. I wanted to be have some kind of psychology career,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I can handle all the sadness all the time. I'm very sensitive to people's sadness, you know.
Oh yeah. I don't want a career in psychology. I just want to learn more about it.
Oh yeah.
So if I could go to school and go to a psychology class and have it all be paid for, I'd love that.
Absolutely.
But that's not happening because hey, I was going to get that.
Oopsie.
But yeah, psychology is very interesting. I definitely more know more about childhood psychology and how like kids' brains work more than adult psychology.
Yeah, I think I'd be more interested in child development than adults.
I think anyone who's gonna have kids should go through child development
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Yeah.
because you learn how kids' brains work and you learn the best way to like teach a child without harming them.
Yeah. And I think that's why if people knew more about their, children and how they develop, then I think less children would be, like would have issues because people would know how to
Well,
go about it.
yeah, and a lot of people are just doing what their parents did to them.
That yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Which is a thing I've noticed, which with our generation and like the older generation is we're trying to break that. We're trying to not have that happen because we don't want to continue family trauma because that's not fair on the kid.
Right, yeah. That's hard. That's a hard cycle to break.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. For a lot of people, that is very difficult to break, and for some people, it's rather easy. It just depends on if you go in to get help or not. Because I feel like a lot of people probably need some sort of psychological help right now because in our society, the way we were taught things. Like right now, I'm in therapy, specifically DBT therapy, which is technically meant for people with borderline, but I've not been diagnosed with it. But it's also meant for people who've gone through trauma. And a lot of things I've been learning through it, it's like everyone should learn about this and we would be better off. Or people should just be taught this from a young age. So one of the things is opposite to emotion. So let's say you're really angry and you feel like hitting something. Instead of hitting something, go do something else. Like do it opposite to the emotion.
Right,
If
yeah.
you're paranoid, check the facts. See if why you're paranoid and see if why you're paranoid is true to the facts at hand. Like a lot of the stuff I'm learning is just like this should be common sense, but a lot of people don't do this stuff.
Right, yeah. I don't.
Like I literally had a dream about telling my dad to do that he needed to learn this stuff and he told me no.
Oh my God. Men, I think men are, it's harder for them to, because of the way they, like,
Yeah.
society treats men.
Yeah.
I think it's harder for them to, like, conceptualize this kind of thing.
Yeah. Men are definitely taught that they can't have emotions and like blah blah blah, which again is something the newer generation's trying to break because people deserve to have their emotions as long as the way they're reacting isn't harming anyone. As long as it's a healthy output. So like obviously breaking something because you're mad is not good because that's not a healthy way to display your emotions. Yeah, and that's something like my ex had problems with. Like he had anger issues and so many times he'd be like, "What? I'm not allowed to feel angry." I'm like, "Yeah, you are, but stop breaking fucking controllers. Stop doing
Right.
this."
Yeah.
Like you can be angry, you can be frustrated, but the way you react to the emotions matter.
Yeah. Your emotions, like, if you get angry, you shouldn't be breaking equipment that you have around your house or anything valuable monetary wise, because
Mhm.
you know, not
He
only is
broke
it
like
causing stress, but like, hello, money.
yeah, he broke like 4 or 5 controllers in the matter of the I think 4 months or 5 months I lived there
Gosh.
because video games would upset him because like he wouldn't like he'd die in them or whatever. I'm like, it's just a video game, calm down.
Yeah, I get pretty angry too with video games, but I would never ever break anything. I don't, I draw the line there, you know?
Yeah, you're allowed to be angry at video games. Like, there's no reason you can't be. It's just if you're reacting by breaking or like if your reaction is toxic or unhealthy, then that's the problem. Like, it, and I know it can take a lot people a long time to work through these kinds of things, but I
But
feel like there's some
still.
people out there who just don't want to work on these things.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Feel like it's too hard, so they're like, "No, I'm not going to work on it.
Yeah,
It's too hard."
I agree with that statement because again, my ex. And that's the thing with him when he first had anger issues, like he generally felt bad, but the more and more like I brought it up because it'd be months and months afterwards and he'd still be breaking things, he'd get upset with me. I'm like, I just have a trauma response to you doing this and this gives me anxiety.
Yeah, nobody, you shouldn't give me, oh my goodness. Oh, it's making me angry. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I don't like, God, people like that make me frustrated.
Oh, he was frustrating, let me tell you.
Because it's like, what the hell do you think I'm gonna do? You're breaking a controller in front of me. And he was probably screaming and stuff too, I'm sure. Like yelling.
Yeah, he was yelling. He was yelling swear words and stuff because like the game or whatever it was making him mad. I was like, like I get it. but come on. If you're not gonna work on it by yourself, go get professional help to help you through this kind of stuff.
Right, yeah.
Clearly, you're not doing it on your own.
Where is this fence top?
I don't know.
But yeah.
I don't know. And that's a problem in society in general is just people don't want to get help or like they're just not taught at a young age how to properly
Yeah.
manage emotions because people think that kids should already have it all figured out
Right,
and
yeah. Yeah, I have this kind of battle with my mother. Not to call my own mother out, but I did go to therapy for my anxiety issues because they get pretty bad. And my mom kind of treats it like because in her head, because of the generation she grew up in, she thinks that all I need to do is go outside and get sunlight,
yeah.
which that helps. I'm not downplaying that because that does help your mood and stuff. But that
Yeah,
doesn't make my social anxiety issues go away.
yeah, no. That kind of stuff is just something with you.
It's like my mom is like, "Oh, I know you get anxious around people, but just simply go outside."
Yeah, that's and that can help some people, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
forcing
definitely.
yourself to go do this stuff can help some people to get over these anxieties
Definitely.
or work better through them, but that's not everything works the same for everyone. Like
Absolutely. Yeah.
just because it works for someone else does not mean it will work for this person.
But unfortunately, I think a lot of people just don't understand mental health and psychology.
Because the mental health in this country is not
Oh, yeah.
like yeah, and people are put down for mental health issues like whereas it's not that easy, guys. I'm sorry.
I don't
Oh God,
understand. Oh, but what you mean?
not this playground.
What you mean? It's it's so fine. I will take this time again to say that anybody who is listening in on the podcast, you should check out our YouTube video so you can see what we're seeing.
Yeah. And our other channels. So like Emmy, what's your tag across social media?
Um, oh God, I have a different username for literally everything.
So I've noticed.
But yeah, and on YouTube it is Gaming Goddess Emmy. Or yeah, no, Goddess Gaming. Yes, that. I don't even know my own social. It's
It's
fine.
Gaming Goddess Emmy.
Gaming Goddess Emmy, and then I forgot my Twitch, and oh no, it's your girl Emmy. That's my Twitch,
What?
and then
No, your Twitch is
oh no, no, that
not
was my
another not another nerd Emmy.
my Twitter. My Twitter isn't. It's your girl Emmy. Yeah, 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 and my Twitch is not another nerd Emmy, and my TikTok is Nintendo and Emmy 2.0.
And then my stuff, I have one username, Gothic Thistle, and I do run an art account under My Sins Tonight, but I don't have separate usernames for separate platforms.
I do. I made everything way too complicated.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine.
So, question.
Hmm.
Do you want to do just two podcasts right now?
Yeah, we might as well. We might as well.
Okay. So, I'm going to stop my recording and then start my recording again so I
Okay.
know where
Do
the
that.
divide's at.